Zay the General, what's up? What's good? What's good? I'm easy with it, man. I'm just maintaining, man. You know what I'm saying? Surviving, you know what I mean? You already know King Jai, 1985, salute. You already know Tommy G, what up, what up? Just for Kicks, what up, bro? You already know William Silver, salute, bro. One time, Faymore, you already know, salute. Roscoe James, peace. Hollywood, salute. God Vanguard, salute. You already know, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. You already know. Thank for everybody for tuning in the Kross TV network. You already know that's a Kross with a K. Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in as always. Um, Again, man, I always say this, man, to all of y'all, man. Well, I appreciate everybody that definitely be tuning in because you know what I mean. These seconds, these minutes, these hours, or whatever the case may be that y'all spend with me, y'all can never get back. So I always make sure that I give y'all something that's thought provoking, or that y'all leave with something that could definitely stimulate your thoughts. You know what I'm saying, and give you a better or give you more things to think about. You know what I'm saying? For that matter, you know what I'm saying. Definitely see everybody tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, on the internet, you know what I'm saying, especially YouTube for a while, not only when we came on, YouTube, when I say we, I'm talking about me, Killer Cat, OG Wildcat, you know what I'm saying? OG Corey King. Ever since we came on YouTube and everything, but even before that, it's been always a lot of talk about comparisons, what coast is better, what gang is what, and you know what I'm saying, what's real and what's not, what's sanctioned and what's not. Should gangs be over here? Was gangs ever over here? you know, um, oh no, this is my gang, or the gang started originally from here. So, I want to touch on a lot of these topics right now because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all want to know my take, or individuals who have my type of background, come from where I come from, you know what I'm saying, and the legacy that I have, whatever have you, you know, I know y'all pretty curious and wanting to know, how Mel and people like him feel about these things, and knowing, and you hearing what everybody's saying, you hearing everybody's opinions, you reading things on the paper, you hear a little small group talking, you seeing other people YouTube, you know what I'm saying, making little comments, or they making comments on their interviews and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? You already know Henry 4625 salute all the time, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me get into it, man, before I even start reading y'all comments right now. I'm gonna get into it, right? First and foremost, we already know that there's been gangs over here in New York City. You know what I'm saying? It's been gangs pretty much everywhere for as long as we could think about, as far as New York, as far as, you know what I'm saying, all the major cities, even the cities that we don't think about, that's not predominantly African American or Latino, Spanish, it's Hispanic. There's still other gangs in these different other states and everything, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They call different things, organizations, they call, race groups and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're gangs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Supremacist groups and everything like that. You know, when it comes down to specifically blood and crip, let's look at places like Chicago and LA also. First of all, salute to LA, salute to Chicago, and you know, salute to all the cities and everything across. And I'm saying, you know, it's definitely not about throwing shots and everything about. I'm just gonna give my opinion on how I feel about everything like this and what we talking about right now, correct? So when you look at LA, you know what I'm saying? When you look at before the blood and crip thing and everything, right? You had the businessmen, you had the Slausons, you had the gladiators, you had the young, you know, the farmers. You had these different cliques, and these cliques came together from my understanding and from what I learned. You know what I'm saying? These cliques come from, you know, they was fighting the spook hunters, you know, the white racist gangs that, you know, people that was coming in the communities, you know, bringing harm to the communities and everything like that. And that's how them gangs formed. When Raymond Washington, along with Tukey Williams, who came from down south, I think it was Mississippi he came from, or whatever have you, right? You know, they started the Crip thing, right? And then out of Crip, you know, everything that was going on, they started the blood came about. But in between both histories, Pirus was prevalent and is you know a whole you know fact you know a whole strong you know within itself also, right? So that's those are the three things amongst African American communities out there, right? So now you look at the East Coast. We have we had uh black spades, black savages, you know what I'm saying, everything in the 80s, 70s, 90s, you know, there's one gang or organization I would say in New York that's prevalent, that's been in existence before blood was over here, that is damn moved now, is sex, money, murder. And they're still in existence right now. You know what I'm saying? But I said it in one of my videos, one of my first videos, right? And I told y'all, I was like, yo, OG Mac set the dialogue out. You know what I'm saying? If he would have said we was gonna be the New York, whatever, that's where we'd have been or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it was never really about names or nothing like that. It was about a situation or circumstance that was going on in New York. The circumstances that was going on at that time when I was coming through the system and from 9-3 on up was that, you know what I'm saying, we was being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? We was divided. We did have gang. We had, you know what I'm saying, well, they didn't want to call, you know, like the 5%, which is now a religion, a recognized religion. You know what I'm saying? Those was one of the cliques that African Americans was a part of. You had the guns, you had the smokes, then you had like little borough cliques and everything like that. Then you had you know, you had some people was Muslim, you know, and everything like that. You know, but there was nobody really concentratedly going at these dudes. You understand what I'm saying? For the people or nothing like that. It was like basically it was a dog eat dog world. Only the strong survive. It ain't matter whether or not, you know, whether or not we was from the same block, whether or not we was from the same neighborhood. That's not a New York mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's about all about man for itself. It's all about chasing that paper and everything. That's always a New York mentality. Everything is real fast and everything like that, right? Not saying that everything nowhere else is all slow and everything, but New York mentality, that's our mentality. That's how, you know, everything was ever. So we had to change that. We had to change that. So we came together. Mac came up with the format where everything came to be. Everybody started calling themselves Damn Move. A lot of us that started claiming and repping blood didn't even know about blood over there in West Coast or whatever else was going on. That came about. We started learning about that with NWA and stuff like that, or people that really wasn't out there. You know what I'm saying? Or never went out there and visited to know what was going on out there. You know what I'm saying? But once we found out what was going on out there, and Matt was giving us these lessons or teaching us however he was teaching us, whether right or wrong, these are the things, the tools and the lessons that he was teaching us, you know what I'm saying, that get us in our mind frame like that to be on some revolutionary thing. So a lot of the original first generation Bloods in New York City, you know what I'm saying, people came in because they was fighting against a cause. They ain't come in on no with the gang mentality or nothing like that. I mean, we came in war ready and everything like that because it was a war that most of us was forced into. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so it's like we had to change that. It's all about me or all about myself or only the strong survive. And we had to unify and empower the people. And that was the thoughts. So in the teachings, we was taught, we in our rules, one of the rules was like, you had to read an hour a day, at least 3 to 4 times a week on revolution, your history, and everything like that. Prior to damn move, I wouldn't have like been probably at that moment been focused on that. That wasn't what I was into or whatever. That's what my mind was into. But being because I'm repping what I'm repping and me being who I'm being, I had to take part in that. So if I get questioned about revolution or who's this and who's that or whatever have you, I have the answers to it. So now our mentality was more of a revolutionary mentality, revolutionary standpoint. You know what I'm saying? So when we found out about the Bloods over there in the West Coast and everything like that, we wasn't looking at it as, they're not gonna look at it as on no negative thing or nothing like that. They're gonna look at it as, you know what? I like how them brothers stood up together, you know what I'm saying? And did what they did, you know what I'm saying, or whatever have you, and they stood tall and whatever the case may be. And that way it could like bridge the gap or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think that you were gonna have people criticize or say, you know what, oh, they copycats, or they not real right, or they not this, or they not that, and whatever have you, right? So me being a realist, you have certain states here on the East Coast that jack certain things and then try to do their own thing, whatever have you. And a lot of New York people feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? Um, somebody said Dick Gregory book will teach you about oppression. It wasn't the gang, it's the environment. The book is called No More Lies. Yeah, it was definitely it was yeah, I agree. It was definitely they're definitely the environment, but when they formed and acknowledged themselves as Latin Kings or the Yetas or La Familias and everything, you know what I'm saying? Then you have gang mentality involved into it, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I do know their history and I do know that they was impressed and they was going through. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, uh New York didn't go through, we went through racism and things of that nature, but we didn't go through it on a level where how you know, LA or Chicago and them places had it, to the point where we can appreciate each other more as a whole and not as an individual. And what I mean by that is this: in LA and Chicago. Well, that's irrelevant to the point where I'm getting at. But it is in a sense because I want to show the difference in mentalities of the different cities and everything like that on why certain things is the way it is. You understand what I'm saying? But should I do I feel that gangs from other cities should be over here? That's why I'm gonna say this the answer. This the answer I'm gonna give y'all, right? Is a paradox. A paradox is when two conflicting facts, two facts or two truths contradict each other. That's what a paradox is, right? So I'm saying that to say this: because of what we've been through over here in the East Coast, how it started off in jail and it trickled off in the streets. See, a lot of people fail to realize that. I'm gonna get to the real deal right now. A lot of people fail to realize that it wasn't just us that made New York City gang affiliated and whatever the case may be. It was a lot of had to do with the hip hop. It was a lot of the media and everything that created things to make it the way it was. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that, and it come like a little fashion statement. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. When we were starting to really make the papers and really getting noticed and making headlines and all that was really in 97, right? 1997, 96, 97, whatever. In that time, New York City rap was prominent. New York City still had the music and the chokehold at the time, whatever have you. And in that time, you had a lot of rap groups that came out that was either affiliated or glorified what was going on because they was hearing about what we was doing. So a lot of them was giving us props and everything like that. And what I mean by that is this. Remember Lord Tariq and Peter Guns came out? They came out. If it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably never would be going on. So tell me where you from? Uptown, baby, right? These are the same individuals that grew up with one of my childhood buddies, which is Pistol Pete, Sex Money Pistol Pete, that's in the feds right now. You know what I'm saying? So they even made songs about sex money or, and everything. And one of the lyrics was, we have 30 niggas with 30 guns. Some is SWM, some is old 31s, meaning that, you know what I mean? I fuck with dudes that sex money, but everybody that sex money from that neighborhood, Castle Hill and Soundview, is not blood. So you know what I'm saying? It's different cliques, you know what I'm saying? But these are the individuals that he messed with, whatever. And Pete Case made a lot of headlines. It was in the Dawn Diva, it was in the Fed magazine, it was in the newspapers and everything like that. And it was talking about blood this, blood that, blood that, blood this, blood that, OG Mac this, OG Mac that, blah, 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 everything that was going on. Then you had Jay-Z with the Jermaine Dupri song. To all my dogs that's locked in the ring, when you hit the bricks, new whips, money ain't a thing. Y'all want to floss with us? He talking about the Bloods. Remember in New York, we had the a lot of us. I never did that, but a lot of people had the 3 burn marks, the dog paw, and we called ourselves B Dogs, which was Bloods do only gangster shit. So he was also shouting us out. Then then we had Dipset. And then once Dipset came in with it, that it was it. It was over. It was over. That was it. You understand what I'm saying? So our purpose and cause and reasons and what we accomplished and the lives that was lost and everything like that and whatever the case be, yeah, yeah. Whether it was sanctioned, whether people feel appreciate it or want to do it or not, whatever the case may be, so be it. But we earned our keep, you know what I'm saying? And those that's real right and everything, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get respected. You know what I'm saying? Like such as myself. You know what I'm saying? But as a whole, see, people, a lot of the first generation homies didn't know or didn't foresee or think that blood in New York was going to get this big. People thought it was going to just stay in jail. It's probably going to be a little this, that, and everything, whatever, whatever. With the hip hop, with the publicity and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? And people just was on the street, just started saying, yo, I'm blood, I'm this, I'm that, or, running around doing stuff in the streets that they wasn't supposed to do, cutting little kids, cutting women, robbing people, you know what I'm saying? Violating the communities and doing everything like that. When they came to prison, they got dealt with. But then see, when they get dealt with, the police and everything in prison, they look at it as, oh, these individuals are set tripping, they supposed to be peoples and everything, but they don't know what's going on and they don't know repercussions about whatever that they was doing or why things like that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So, Milk Fro's question, or you Nah, I never was a 5%er, but you know what I'm saying. I definitely studied the lessons and everything, certain things, because you know knowledge is infinite, man, and I know where they got the math from, and I know that's exact, right, and exact. So you know, I think every man, woman, and child should definitely learn to know mathematics. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely what's up. You know what I mean? But anyway, now from the LA's perspective, or from any other perspective, from the cities, from the origins of the gangs that we're claiming in New York, you have a lot of them that like us, that fuck with us hard, and then you got a lot of them that's like, I ain't got no problem with them, whatever, but you know, whatever. And you got some of them like, man, fuck them dudes or whatever happened. You know what I mean? Now, the things is this, right? Somebody made something real good. Lawrence Blackman, you touched something real good. And I'm saying all this to get into all that where you going at. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't know that it was going to get this big and we were going to spill over in the streets like that, right? We dealt with, I already said how we dealt with it, you know, we had to give, you know, put things in order, do certain things, whatever happened, right? Um, Coming from the cities of origin, I put myself in their shoes. All those that's watching everything, I put myself in y'all shoes. And I say to myself, like, if I was them, how would they feel? I would feel like all of them. I would feel like, man, certain ways or certain things that might be going on. I might be like, man, yo, fuck them dudes, man. Them dudes over there, city, they over here jacking us. They over here jacking our style, doing this thing ever. They ain't even hollering at us. Ah, da, 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 da. They getting money. They ain't even giving us nothing. Man, fuck them dudes, blah, 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 blah. Then you might have some of them that's like, nah, you know what? I understand the cause and I respect it, whatever the case may be, so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? But from you know what I'm saying? So I look at it from all perspectives from their angle. You know what I'm saying? But let's be realistic here. I said all that for the last 20 something minutes to say this, right? What are we really talking about here? What are we really discussing? What's really important in life right now? Who gives a fuck of the origin of a game? You know what I'm saying? What you're claiming or what we're trying to claim is a tool, a system that was implemented to us on us and whatever. And we use that as a conduit, as a vehicle to create our own fucking genocide, to terrorize our own neighborhoods, to kill our own people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is we really talking about? What is we really growing for? Oh, we started this, we started that, whatever the case may be. First of all, the individual that really started the crip thing and everything really is not even from out there. You know what I'm saying? And then you got New Yorkers, like the one that started the Harlem Crip thing, and like Mad Ronald and countless others that's originally New Yorkers that went out there and end up starting something out there or end up becoming big factors in there. But how many people died? Our own people. How many of us died? How can one or two people turn that whole city into a battlefield or to a whole death field? You understand what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people might not have died or crazy or them numbers and everything from Blood New York over here, but it's stuff going on right now. Look at the Wu and Chu thing. See, before it starts spilling off like that and getting big out here, you know what I'm saying? No New York blood had no justifiable reason to have any beef with a Crip at all. That is not something that was going on over here. A lot of people over here that ended up turning crip or doing something like that or whatever have you, they turned it for three reasons. One is because they might have been blood and something happened to them and they feel that they was violated, so they went with what they identified as the enemy because blood and crip, from origin is enemies. You know what I'm saying? That's how blood came about, through crip, through oppression in the neighborhoods and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you have you know I just lost my train of thought. Pardon me, because I'm trying to read and at the same time, talk my truth. But you know, what is there to glorify? What is there to say? Oh, we're fake and we're fake this. So what are we saying? I know how to kill one of my own better than you or more than you, or I killed more minds more than you did. So that make me more realer. Only thing that motherfuckers right now is doing as being a part of the shit right now, only thing motherfuckers doing is the police is just waiting to see who's gonna climb up next on the food chain. They're gonna see who's gonna climb up on the next of the food chain, right? Sit there and watch, let you commit a few crimes, let you do this, that, and the other. Soon you start making a little too much noise, couple of bodies drop, they snatch you and your whole team up, and then sit back and wait for somebody to take their shoes, and it's going to be a revolving door. So now you got people that's lucky to be alive, that's living these lifestyles, right? They're lucky to be alive, regardless of what age they is, living their lifestyle, being around the individuals that they're being around, you know, and whatever have you, right? But then you just sitting there waiting for the feds to snatch you up to do the rest of your life in jail. For what? When dudes ain't even really getting no real money like that. I mean, outside of a few rappers, successful rappers that made it and everything like that. You know what I'm saying, or whatever have you. You know what I mean? But for what? But at the end of the day, there's no money more valuable than my freedom. I lost over 25 years of that. I don't want my son going through what I went through. I don't want my daughter going through what I went through, or daughters what I went through, my sons what I went through. I wouldn't want nobody that, you know what I'm saying, nobody in general, you know what I'm saying, to go through that unless you did something or a real big atrocity or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But does it really matter where the origin of this shit going from? Because at the end of the day, it's just an ongoing genocide, B. It's an ongoing genocide. We started off as unifying the people coming together for a common purpose, of course, because we acknowledge ourselves as a brotherhood, a revolution, not no gang, until all types of shit now. To all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then now with all the bullshit going on, like with the Woo and the Chew thing, you know what I'm saying, and certain little neighborhood things going on, now you have Bloods killing Crips and Crips killing Bloods. You have this going on now. So now, regardless whether or not it was supposed to go on over here or not, the reality is it's happening. It shouldn't be happening, but it's happening. It fucks me up though how dudes is depicted as copycats and not real and whatever when we went through a whole real revolution, a real whole struggle. What we experienced and what we went through in prison not only changed the lives and how people live in New York City, but the whole East Coast and pretty much damn near all over the world. That's certain things that people don't want to give us credit for. You understand what I'm saying? But and I'm talking and I'm speaking it and I'm speaking from a space where it's not arrogance. I'm not being belittling nobody or nothing like that. I'm just speaking pure facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. Somebody said it. One of the problems with gangs in New York is New York dudes never respect authority. We never did. So once this shit start, can't nobody stop it. We hardheads, man. That's the whole fact. And we already know New York is one of the rudest cities in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's how I feel about that, because at the end of the day, it's like, first of all, it's not yours. You don't own anything. Nobody owns this. Like, the feds snatch people up today or tomorrow or nothing like that. It's nothing nobody, you or anybody, I or anybody else can do about it. So nobody owns anything or no ownership about this bullshit. The main thing with motherfucking OGs and everything, what you all everybody need to stop doing is stop focusing on the BS and about where the origin of all the bullshit came from. Because like I said, all this gang shit is just a fucking genocide. That's what's going on now. What we started for a revolution for the people turned into something totally different. And like he said, he right. People do not respect authority. So once you try to come in and clean certain shit up, you know what I'm saying, certain things might happen. In the process of that happens, somebody get hurt, police get alerted, find out what you're trying to do and organize and whatever the case may be. And then next thing you know, they snatching you up because you're trying to organize and make things right. But they got this person got hurt and this, that, and the other, whatever case may be. Then this person doing this and whatever. You might not have no you might have no connection to whatever what this individual is doing, but because he's representing your gang or what you are part of, then that's a conspiracy, and a conspiracy is the hardest shit to beat, because only thing they have to really prove is some type of alliance, some type of like y'all know each other and that y'all be around each other, that y'all mess with each other. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here telling y'all something real. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I held on, or the reason why I was doing what I was doing, because I had a common purpose, a cause. That was my cause. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to start nothing for a cause and get things popping. And this is what we're going to do. And whatever the case may be, and happy with whatever. And then now turn a gun on the same people that are supposed to so-called been saving or supposed to been looking out for they can wear chains so they can go on visits, you know what I'm saying, and they don't get robbed and everything like that by a group of these people or a group of those people just because that they're black and they're not a part of this group or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody say, y'all make New York City look real bad. We didn't make New York City real bad. The individuals after and everything that was going on, and you know what I'm saying, whatever, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But the things that's going on now is definitely making it bad. Because when you look at, I don't want to keep saying Wu and Chu because I'm definitely a fan of their music and everything like that. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm picking on them or I'm trying to start, you know what I'm saying, you know, yo, listen, man, y'all, whoever's on my chat, whatever, man, y'all keep it grown, man. If it ain't grown, leave it alone. Right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm speaking some real shit right now, and I need all that little sucker stuff and all that BS. You know what I'm saying? And, go somewhere about the channel with that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, and then it's like, it's real nasty. It's real nasty, and because of the nastiness, um I shouldn't say because of the nastiness, it shouldn't be over here, because regardless of whatever name it is, gangs gonna always be around. You know what I'm saying? Gangs gonna always be around. You know, and then there's also a thing called evolution. You know what I'm saying? Think about what happened in the mob, right? Think what happened with Paul Carsolano, right? And think about the mob when the crack and the coke and everything started, heroin started really getting big in the neighborhoods, and they was pushing that shit in the community. A lot of the bosses like, yo, we don't want to deal no drugs. We don't want to fuck with none of that. We don't want to get hot. We don't need none of that heat. We don't need none of that. We not fucking with that. And if we and anybody who they found out was doing that behind their back, they was getting smoked. So they ended up having to take out the top man and whatever and take over and everything or whatever have you. And that ended up being a downfall. You know what I'm saying? But so with that being said, it's like you have a lot of these people out here that's ambitious and they're not in it for what the cause is. They're in it for their own cause. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of rules that apply to first generation, a lot of rules that apply to different generations, you know what I'm saying, in the world today, not outside of gangs and all that, just in the world in general. Some of the old rules may not apply to a lot of these people out here today. They follow a whole different set of rules, a whole different mind frame, a whole different thought. Wish the Don Jones salute. Appreciate your donation, beloved. Wish the Don Jones salute. Appreciate your donation, beloved. Wish the Don Jones said, greetings and salutations to you and your family. It's way too much demolition and not enough construction. What are we doing, Kings? Yeah, that's a fact, man. You know, and this and I'm saying I'm saying that to say this is that because at the end of the day, only thing I keep hearing or what I keep seeing consistently and persistently is that people always saying, "Oh, the origin of this, or the blood started here, Crips started here, or GD started here, or they not official, and this came from here, and whatever have you." But when you sit down and you think about it, what type of intellectual conversation is that? Nobody really should be. I mean, like gang banging right now, like gang bang for what? Like for what? A lot of the things what and the reasons why the gangs even became about them reasons don't even exist no more. And then some of the reasons that was existing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Some people didn't even take it seriously, whatever have you. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's why I said it's a paradox because I never want to sound like a hypocrite. I just know that, you know, the meaning of it when you have two truths, they may conflict, but it's still the truth. They just don't coincide with each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read some of y'all. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments because you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, when you look at all the senseless killings that's been happening since these gangs came in origin, what was they beefing over? Oh, somebody snuffed me. Oh, somebody was trying to talk to my girl. Or somebody beat up me and took my leather jacket. Or somebody did this. And because that happened, motherfuckers went out into an all slaught war where man, woman, and child, households, blocks, and everything became a fucking open war zone battlefield for those reasons. But you know what's crazy though? A lot of us run to the same people that enslaved us on us. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? A lot of the youth will never even understand what we are fighting for. Most people don't even understand the origin crew of for blood or crip. Yeah, they don't, especially these dudes and females who hold shit down. Police lock them away. Yeah, that's right. Once they see the real ones or people that's really gonna make a difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with all black leaders. We gonna keep it 100. Anybody know about J. Edgar Hoover? How many people know about J. Edgar Hoover? I'm gonna give you a quick little history thing on J. Edgar Hoover. He was the most powerful man to ever step foot in United States soil. He was born in the United States, B. J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover became a part of the Bureau of Investigation. I think like in 1930 something. He became a part of the Bureau of Investigation, right? He later turned that bureau into a federal agency. So now the Bureau of Investigations now became the Federal Bureau of Investigations, which is known as the FBI. And he also got it to where the FBI, now that they was armed now. Before, when they was just the Bureau of Investigation, they didn't have no firearms to carry weapons or made arrests or did none of that. J. Edgar Hoover changed all that, right? J. Edgar Hoover and them came up with a system called Cointel Pro, right? Which is the counterintelligence program. Cointel Pro is for short. Cointel Pro had many different points, a point system. Their point system consisted of the following: create snitch jackets on the Panthers or whoever our targets is, right? Ostracize them from the communities, meaning go to your children's schools and whatever and talk to the teachers and the other parents over there so they are ostracized and don't mess with your kid and everything, whatever have you, stuff like that, right? Lock you up for anything, and give you a bell. You know, any little bell, just so you make the bell. But the purpose of that is to dry up all your resources. You keep spending your money on bail, spending your money on lawyers, and doing this, that, and other, whatever. It's drying up your resources. It's taking you off your focus. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the points of COINTEL Pro, and it's that we see all the time, every day, right now. You know what I'm saying? What J. Edgar Hoover did, I'm gonna give you some examples of what he did. Who ever heard of Fred Hampton and Mark Clark? Fred Hampton and Mark Clark was the leaders of the Black Panthers for the Chicago chapter of the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Fred Hampton was the chairman for that chapter. One night, I don't know, not night, maybe like 3 something in the morning. I'm like don't remember the exact time and everything's been a while since I done looked at it and everything like that. Police went and surrounded the house apartment where he was living in and just shot it up. You know what I'm saying? Killed him, killed Mark Clark. I think the lady or somebody lived, you know what I'm saying, or whatever have you. Now, these is police that did that. Straight up assassin. You know what I'm saying? Kind of find out one of the bodyguards or one of the people in security, you know what I'm saying, put something in their drink or whatever have you to throw them off and had them out there like that and was working with them. And that's how they took them out, whatever. They was never compensated for that. Nobody was never arrested for that. Nothing ever came out behind that or none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Let me give you another example. Let's say I'm Huey P. Newton, right? And I write Bobby Seale a letter. I tell Bobby Seale, yo, I love you. You know, the revolution is going good. Keep the faith. Hold your head up. Send everybody my love. You know, XYZ or whatever, right? And the feds would take the letter, read it, and rewrite the letter and say, motherfucker, when I see you, this is what it's gonna be. We divided. You know what I'm saying? You're kicked out of the party. You have nothing to do with revolutionary no more. We heard about this. We heard you did that. and they was professional at forging your handwriting. So they was causing conflict and everything like that, right? It was one night, and all these things that they was doing was illegal. One night, right? Huey P. Newton, he used to stay with Miss Elaine Brown. Miss Elaine Brown wrote a book called Taste of Power. Buy that book, y'all. Maybe I need to talk about that book or whatever one day, one of these days or whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? So now, she talks about in her book how one day they was going on a trip, they was leaving to go somewhere, and they was staying in a penthouse that she had, paid for them to stay at or whatever. Huey P. Newton forgot something, or they left something in the house. So they went back to the penthouse where they were staying at, and the feds was in there, bugging the house and searching for things or probably planting things or whatever have you. So when they came in there, they beat Huey up a little bit, turned everything off, whatever, and ran out the house and whatever happened. All these things was illegal. This is what they was going through. I spoke about this individual on a couple of occasions, right? Ron Karenga, who is the founder, of Kwanzaa, right? He was a gladiator. Bunchy Carter, who was the chairman for the LA chapter of the Panthers, was a Slauson. So they was enemies, whatever. Bunchy Carter ended up becoming the leader of the LA chapter of the Panthers. Ron Karenga ended up changing his name and becoming the head for the U.S., which was the United Slaves. So one day they had a rally at the UCLA college campus, so the students could vote on who they want to teach Black studies, the Black Panthers, or do they want either the Black Panthers or do they want the U.S., the United Slaves. They chose the Panthers or whatever have you. Tensions flared, things happened. The ending result, somebody else got shot, Bunchy Carter died. You understand what I'm saying? Bunchy Carter died. So during the course of the United Slaves and the Panthers beefing, let's say the United Slaves, they'll shoot up the Panthers or shoot up a headquarters, whatever. And when the Panthers about to come retaliate, the police will snatch them up, lock them up, and everything like that. They're working the police and everything like that. It's crazy, but so what I'm saying, what I'm showing y'all is that even when you're not a part of a gang and you're trying to do better and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? The government came and tried to take us down. And these are the things that J. Edgar Hoover and them was doing. These are the things that the city and everything was doing. I told y'all plenty of times. I told y'all many times that, with the information and knowledge that I got, man, sometimes it's difficult for me to walk down certain streets and certain blocks and everything like that because I know the history of the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like Seneca Village, what I'm gonna end up going over there. I'm gonna do a little segment over in Seneca Village when I go back to the city because that was an area I think of 1,000 acres. I think it was 1,000 square. I think it was 1,000 acres, 150 acres, something like that. You know what I'm saying? That we owned and everything like that, but they took it from us, killed us, and did whatever they wanted to do with us because they felt they just wanted to build Central Park. You know what I'm saying? So, when people start worrying about what origin the gangs come from and whether or not it should be here, whatever, gangs and all that shit should be nowhere if it's not serving a good purpose for the community and the people that they live and where they come from. If it's not doing that, then what's the purpose for? Only thing you're doing is sitting around each other just until y'all don't like each other no more, and then you want to start bullshit, then you beefing, somebody get hurt, other one get locked up, one go to the feds, whatever happened, that's that. Next, you know what I mean? They say that idle time is the devil's playground. You know what I'm saying? Because you got time to get into a lot of things, man. A lot of y'all just need to find a means to an end on how to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Get in tune to yourself. New York City is about to get locked down soon. Again. So I really hope that a lot of y'all out there will still keep your jobs. I hope that we don't experience what we experienced before in the first lockdown, and then when we came off. Yeah, I see what's going on. And I told y'all already before, about 5, 6 videos ago, man, that when we came off lockdown, that, excuse me, y'all, when we came off lockdown, that, the feds is going to be coming to Chicago, they're coming to New York, they're going to LA, and I think I said they was going to Philly. I think it was. Those are the places. Oh, and Albuquerque, I think Albuquerque, Mexico, New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. So now we seeing everything that's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to sit down and think about better ways and, spend our time and about worried about. And then why do people even care when some of y'all don't give a fuck about gangs, don't care, you know what I'm saying? Y'all never been a part of gangs. Y'all not a gang member. You know what I'm saying? So what is the purpose of y'all even discussing these things or it being on your mind like that? Especially when you feel like gang members is dummies for being a part of the gangs and they could do better with their lives and everything and whatever. So why is that so much on your brain and your mind for the people that just constantly talk about it? You understand what I'm saying? That's right, Jay Rodriguez, never dummies, you know what I'm saying? And I understand, like I said, it's a double edged. One, I feel like, yeah, those that stood firm and was a part of that history and they bled for it, they got homies that died for it, whatever the case may be, then yeah, why not? They already earned their right and have been here for so long anyway, so it makes no sense to just leave it alone and stop now as far as I'm talking about the handles and just changing over just to satisfy and say that, well, now we got something that's our own or whatever happened. Like, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be the end result. The same things are still going to go on. It's like a tomato, so it really doesn't matter. What matter is life. Since I've been home, I'm starting to really learn how to live. I never lived before. It ain't that I don't give my own homies enough credit. I give my homies a lot of credit. I'm not talking about all those that did good and whatever the case may be. And I don't want to bring up names and you know what I'm saying and use the name game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about, I'm just being real with it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that I'm not really glorifying. I'm not glorifying it. I glorified it because at one point in times I felt good about what I was doing. You know what I'm saying the same thing how my baby brother felt when he went to the war, when he signed up for the army, for the military. He thought and he felt in his heart that what he was doing, he was fighting for his country. He was doing something honorable and everything for his country. You understand what I'm saying? Once he got overseas and started seeing what was going on or whatever happened, then that changed his heart. That changed, you know what I'm saying, everything for him. And it's crazy because no matter how many times I asked him or whatever have you, he would never tell me what he experienced, what he's seen, or whatever. He'd just generalize things and keep it pushing on that. He would never go into depth or nothing like that in that conversation. So I know that, his mind, it messed him up. It messed him up. You know what I'm saying? We got to focus on, you know what I'm saying, consolidating our resources, getting to this bag, helping each other eat, getting jobs. Oh, yeah. Speaking of jobs, right? I'm happy to tell y'all that I know some job openings where you could definitely make some good money, right? It's out here in PA. in the Poconos, right? So whoever's out here in the Poconos, and you out here, you looking for a decent job, you're gonna make some decent bread or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? Send me your info, like your email or something like that in the live chat, or if you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, which is Mel low score Kross with a K, low score 183rd, and you could DM me your information, and I could tell you, you know what I'm saying, what it is that's going on, and you know what I'm saying, what I got available. Well, not that I got available, but what's an option for you. You know what I'm saying, to get that paper. Because at the end of the day, that's really what it's about, man. It's about empowering each other, man. You know what I'm saying? We got too many people hating us and too much, you know what I'm saying, taught, self-hate taught, you know what I'm saying, that been beat to us for 300 years, man, that, you know, we really, really gotta, change our thought process, man. And it ain't really a race thing, man. It's a class thing, man. It's an agenda thing, man. People gotta stay woke and see what's going on. Don't get caught into the little diffusions and everything that's going on to draw your attention onto these things, so you don't know what's really going on, man. We gotta stay woke. We gotta stay on, man. We gotta stay in tune. You feel me? Well, man, like, on some, it's like, man, man, people is gonna only take you serious as you take yourself. I'm gonna give y'all something that I live by, right? And this is like on creative aspects and everything, or when I, you know what I mean? Let me share something with y'all, right? Think, plan, create, cultivate, and produce. I'm gonna say it again. Think, plan, create, cultivate, and produce. I got that from a book called Know Thyself, right? Come up with a plan. You thinking. As you thinking and you start to put ideas together, little plans and everything, now you planning. You know what I'm saying? So now, you formulating, you creating something, you stirring up the pot. You know what I'm saying? These are how thoughts and ideas and everything manifest. You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean by think, plan, create, cultivate, and produce. You know what I'm saying? Because once you think, plan, and create, you cultivate it, meaning that, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if it's a business, whatever, you getting your bylaws together, you filling out all the paperwork, you got all your licenses, you know what I'm saying? You got all your tests, you got all the equipment you need, you got all the tools, you know what I'm saying? Anything that you need to function or run your business and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the cultivation. And then the business running up and running and everything like that. That's what you produce. That's the plan. That's like for example, um, we wanted a moving company. We thought it all the way into to being produced. You understand what I'm saying? So, these are things that we gotta sit back and think about, man. This is the things that we gotta focus our minds on, man. And for all those that sincerely care about me, want to see me win, and was kind of disturbed or kind of thrown off when I addressed an individual in my last live. You know what I'm saying? Part of my soul. Yeah, I know I don't indulge in things like that. I just felt that I need to say a few things, and I say it one time and one time only. Y'all already know that's a one-shot deal with me, one-shot kill. So I never fall into, the bickering and back and forth things. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them individuals that I can say what I say and mean what I mean and know what I say, and stand on that, and then just leave it like that, regardless of what anybody say or do after that. You know what I'm saying? So, those that, like I said, was kind of like disturbed or, man, part of my soul, man. Like, nah, I'm on track. We already know what it is. I'm just getting to the bag, doing what it's doing. I just hope everything is doing the same. Yes, people do need to sit down at the table and be real grown. You know what I'm saying? Push whatever you got going on in your personal life to the side. Push whatever bickering that you might have with somebody else that's superficial. Push that to the side. And when you really love someone, whatever you love something, you know what I mean? Um, it's gonna show. A lot of people just don't love this shit. You know what I mean? And they see. Let me tell you something too, man. I'm not even gonna get into it because this is not about really dragging on me. I was gonna say something, but it's not really about bashing or nothing like that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, giving my full input and things that I need people to really, or we need to people to really sit back and think about. Think about what's really real, man, and what really matters. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody paying attention, man. I don't care what coast you from, I don't care what you city you in, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't dispute facts, you can't dispute truth, man. I'm speaking from a righteous tone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of seeing, what I'm saying, once we make it, if they don't take us down, if they don't lock us up or something like that, we killing each other, man. Rest in peace, all the rappers that just passed away, King Vaughn and everybody now, whatever. And it's sad because, you know, I think his album and everything is gonna do astronomical. And a lot of that probably is gonna have to do with the controversy. I mean, we seen that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Tupac. He been going for a while. You know what I'm saying? But he became the number one selling rapper in his passing until Eminem came around and surpassed him. Same thing with Nip music and stuff like that, man. But we gotta celebrate each other when we here. These dudes is rich. They, you know what I'm saying? They could have helped a lot of people out, been helping a lot of people out. It's gonna, their family, people's gonna continue to do things, whatever. And sky's the limit, man. It's happening young. Pop Smoke, Biggie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But we want to worry about should Bloods and Crips be over here and all. None of this bullshit should be going on. We shouldn't be a part of or a champion or cheer nothing on that's going to tear each other down. Anybody I fuck with, if I can't get a person to see, you know what I'm saying, be on my level or on my time, then I can't fuck with them. Point blank, period. But I'm saying we need more business owners. We need more entrepreneurs, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about just no mom and pop things and everything like that, man. We got to start getting in these corporates and offices and own these corporate things and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Investing our money and things like that, man. Putting that into something, man. I love the fact that the other day I was watching Fat Joe's podcast and he had Mayweather on there, and Mayweather said he believes that every living person on this planet should own a part of this planet. That stuck with me, and that was real deep right there. That stuck with me right there. A lot of motherfuckers dying for no reason, ain't getting no money. You know what I'm saying? Was fucked up about our generations, the last 3 or 4 generations, man, is that with all this gun violence, all this gang violence, man, you know what, man? It's not designed naturally for parents to bury their children. The children is supposed to outlive the parent and bury the parent. But what's been going on is that with all everything that's going on and people dying left and right and everything over really nothing, you be having a lot of parents burying their children. So let's get it together, man, and you know, and focus on whatever you know thing that's right, man. And I hope that after watching this live and everything like that, man, I'll give you a different take on this and something to really think about, man. Because it's a bigger picture. I don't give a fuck where nothing started at. If it's not putting bread in my pocket, if it ain't feeding my family, if it ain't nothing conducive that's going to help me get to my goals and whatever they should be, I don't give a fuck about it. Really, I don't. Bottom line, I done made too many sacrifices and gave my life for something that I don't feel is appreciated. I don't feel like, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, what do I expect? Well, the one thing I expect and I just hope is that, you know, man, dude's gonna rep whatever they gonna rep, man. Rep it for what it really is and ride it out for the cause. If not, while you're around, leave it alone. I don't know if it's frozen or something like that because I can't see nobody else on messages no more. So I don't know if it's frozen. There you go. Yeah, it's still there. I mean, we will stop the wars in the mountains in New York, man. It would take a collective, man. But you know, it's really hard to come to understanding when you can't really communicate or have means of communication with other those that's in what you adverse with. You know what I'm saying? But it's a new era, man. It's a new time, man. A lot of the shit that's going on, it's going on for what, man? Police violating still. Shit don't happen overnight. I'm over here, pardon me, I just over here reading some of the comments, man. But you know, I just wanted to just get that, throw that in our ear, man. You know, also before I leave, before I conclude this live, right? Want to give a special shout out, man. The other day was Veterans Day, you know, and I try to go live, but YouTube is down for some reason. So that's why some people might have seen it, tuned in, and it was like either it was short or they couldn't hear me, or you know what I'm saying. And that's because you know YouTube was shut down or whatever happened. But oh my god. So anyway, I just lost track about what I was saying. But oh, my brother. So he was you know, in the 9/11 war, right? While I was locked up, you know, he wrote me and he told me, you know, he wanted to join the army and he wanted me, you know, speak to my mom's, you know, about him joining the army. And he was like, you know, I need you to talk to her because she'll listen to you. I asked her about it. She told me no. So I had to talk with my mother and I let her know, like, you know, he asked me to talk to you because this is something he really wanted to do and he wanted me to talk to you, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. So so I, you know, talked to my mom. I basically told her like, Mom, you know, I understand how you feel. That's your baby. You know what I'm saying? Whatever have you. Um, and but let's say that he stays out here, and then he follows my path, and he gets locked up, or he get killed on these streets, or anything happened to him. God forbid, you're gonna, feel like, damn, I should have just let my son go because, you don't know whether or not anything gonna happen to him or not. But she was like, I scared like a war's about to happen. I was like, yeah, mom, but that's what he want to do, man. So, so she was like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna let him go, whatever. So when he went in the army, whatever, after like at this basic training, whatever, after a month or two later, he went overseas. He tried to get his overseas, his 18 months overseas done so he could be in the States and be with his wife and everything like that. You know, so he was doing North Korea and South Korea border patrol. When the towers came down in 9/11, he was one of the first platoons to go over to Iraq. You know what I'm saying? He was in the tank in the tank unit, whatever. And he came into the war and in the army feeling proud, like, what I'm saying? I'm willing to fight for my country, man. These motherfuckers and da 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 da. But while he was in the war and he was seeing what was going on and whatever the case may be, um, he had a difference of opinion. Regardless to what, he gave a service to this country. He gave his service to his peoples, you know what I'm saying, for his nation, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to publicly thank him, you know what I'm saying, on my channel. And so I'm doing it now, you know what I'm saying? Um yeah, they did. They sent him over there for a whole other whatever case may be. But the thing is, he went through what he went through. He did what he did, and I just wanted to thank him for his service. You know what I'm saying? I went through a war. I'm known as an OG and whatever, but that's the OG. That's the OG, my baby brother. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you know what I'm saying? That's the OG. My baby brother, that's the big home. That's the OG right there. And appreciate his services, and and how he fought for his country and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud of him, of the individual he's become, the man he's became. You know what I'm saying? He got a beautiful wife, beautiful daughter, and a beautiful son. And I love him to death. And I'm very proud of who he is. You know, he's definitely inspiring in a lot of ways. And but I just definitely want to give him that salute. He already knew I wanted to give him a salute because on Veterans Day when YouTube was down, I ended up calling him. So so he know that I was doing this. He was definitely surprised. I say flattered, or just kind of shy, didn't really know how to react. But, definitely, man, I definitely just want to give a salute to my brother, man. Love you, Quan. You already know, man. But that's the real OG, man, right there. But yeah, so again, man, I want to stress this. I want to stress this again before I conclude this live, man. Like, yo, man, really, man, stop focusing on all the other dumb shit, man, where the origins and everything came from. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, you claiming, by you claiming the origin, saying, yeah, this, that, and the other, whatever the case may be, you're claiming all the bodies, all the genocides, all the arrests, and everything like that, and all the fuck ups in the community that did. You're owning up and saying that you did it. You created it. You started it. That's not nothing to be bragging to be happy about. You gotta clean this shit up. Only people, only people that can do it is the respected motherfuckers that have some type of say that the motherfuckers are toned down and we think about how they moving. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Remember, man, if it ain't grown, leave it alone. And that's how we do it on Kross TV Network. You already know that's Kross with K. Good quality. I appreciate you, bro. Definitely, no doubt. You know what I mean? But you know, everything healthy outside of that, man. Yeah, Che Hercules, no doubt, man. You always got to keep it small, man. Big said, more money, more problems, man. That's a metaphor for many things, man. The more people you invite in your circle, the more problems and the more, things come involved with it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's definitely a metaphor for many things, man. For real, man. Sometimes you really don't know who your friend is or you don't know who the snake is because if you don't test them or you never been through nothing, then how do you know if they solid or not? You just going based off faith or based off your relationship or based off the vibe that you got because you really don't know who they is until you in a compromised situation because Jay-Z said it the best. He said, you know who your friends are when they don't need you. So if a person don't need you for nothing, everything case may be, then that means they had to be calling you out of some type of genuineness need and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To see, and this is what I'm talking, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about ignorance, but I'm gonna condone this real fast just to make a point. Terriel Hicks, bro, did you fall from grace up north? They asked me before did I get hit in the barbershop and everything. I talked about anything that happened involving that on Queen Flip. I spoke about that other times. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here speaking about positive things and everything like that, and you worry about falling from grace. Let me tell you something, right? There's not too many warriors that ever been on a battlefield. There's not too many warriors or soldiers that ever fought on a field or boxer that ever been in the ring and not got punched. If a person leaks blood or give blood in battle or in war, whatever have you, you have to know how to take it just as well as you can give it. And keep your chin up and your toes 10 toes down firm, win, lose, or draw. Just because a person got poked because he got hit doesn't mean that he lost that fight or lost that battle. It just means that he stood there and went in. He didn't run and he didn't go nowhere, whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? So, somebody said pay no mind. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's no bozo saying everything, but I just be trying to give dudes a different way of thinking about things. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Just different ways of looking about things and looking at things, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But I already know you can't please anybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't deserve a response. So, word. But whoever's worried about that, you know what I'm saying, just get your bag up. Get your bag up. Get your money right. I'm in my bag. Get your bag right. Worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, so you're not on no bullshit. You say, oh, I heard you ain't know this real talk. Oh, nah, yeah, it's just always see. This is what I don't like about these the new era about individuals is that if me and you have a conflict, right? Me and you have a conflict about something, right? All right, it's a conflict, and a truth is revealed about you, or a truth is revealed about me. Why would I make up lies? You know what I'm saying to somebody else just to have something to say or try to tarnish the individual's name? We just make up all type of shit that really has nothing to do with nothing. You focus on somebody else's life. On my lives, I talk about myself. One thing you don't see about me, you rarely ever see me ever. I did it on one or two occasions where I recorded something, you know what I'm saying, just to show somebody something. You know what I'm saying? But my channel ain't one of them channels that get get get, content off other people's channels or beef with other people. And all that. Y'all already know I don't do that. I got a lot of things to talk about. I got a mind. I love my mind. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got a lot of things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. For real. You know what I'm saying? I don't be coming up here playing with no games. I don't come up here disrespecting nobody. I don't come up here doing none of that. I check somebody, I say what I say one time, and that's that. But everybody already know my body, you already know what's up, you know what I mean? Straight like that. Ali Lewis, salute. Peace, King. Thank you for the donation. Ali Lewis, thank you for the donation. He said, I put New York in a submissive position. They don't respect us. They smile in your face. But nah, Oakland in the state 4 hours away and don't claim B's and C's. Yeah, I mean Oakland don't claim it, but you have B's and C's, they claim that in Africa now. I mean I definitely get what you're saying and all that though, but they got Bloods and Crips in Canada, bro. They got them in Africa. They got them in Florida. They got them in Philly. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of that, you got a lot of that, a lot of that New York had a lot to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I really don't be trying to glorify this, try to stay away from this, man. There's a lot of things happening, man. Those that's out there doing whatever y'all doing, man, be real careful out there, man. You already know, Michael Precise, Lil King. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. People like that appreciate what I'm saying, keep me motivated, keep me going. You know what I mean? Well, man. But listen, man, I ain't gonna take too much of your time, man. This was a good live. It was dope. I felt the energy, loved the energy, loved the feedback I was getting. I know y'all definitely liked it also. I hope that y'all really, really take heed to what I said though. And y'all stay focused, man. Y'all stay awoke, man. Try to look at each other in a different light, man. Certain things we gotta start giving each other passes for, man. And I say that for me too, man. Certain things I gotta just overlook and start giving passes for a lot of things, man. Good quality. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody for tuning Cross TV Network. Y'all already know it's Cross with a K, man. And I really see, man, I really be getting to a lot of y'all, man. And that's definitely good to know. It's real humbling, man. It's not never gonna make me arrogant or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just humble and I appreciate the love I'm getting and I hope that I could help shape lives and save lives and everything like that, man. And I'm definitely be real mindful what I be saying on this channel, you know what I'm saying, on this platform because I know certain things I can say, man. You know what I'm saying? People could really take things to heart. So I never want to try to steer nobody the wrong way just because I'm in my feelings or just because, or nothing like that, man. Know what I mean? So nevertheless, man, salute to y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed week, productive week. Um, those that's gonna have to experience this lockdown thing again, man, man. God bless y'all and your family, man. I hope y'all make it through this. Um, or whatever y'all know the higher power to be. I hope y'all get through it, man. I hope that y'all jaws remain open so y'all can continue to feed y'all family and not be set back again. Like a lot of us just catching up on things. So, I just hope we don't have to go through that, man. But anyway, man, just remember, man, we alive, we are functioning, man. There's a lot of people, man, that's on you know what I'm saying, that's in the hospitals, man, fighting for their life, man. And we sitting here complaining about little bullshit, but we can walk, talk, and function every day regularly. Some people wasn't born that way. Some people can't do it, and some people, because of circumstances, can't do it, man. So let's not take that for granted. Let's not take your health for granted, neither. You know what I'm saying? Yo, with that, man, I just say salute. Love y'all again. Thank y'all for y'all love, y'all support. Appreciate y'all, man. Hope I ain't let nobody down. If I did, challenge me next time. I'm gonna get you next time. But you already know, gang. If it ain't grown, leave it alone. Y'all stay safe out there.